Every family has some weird Christmas tradition that's perfectly normal for them. I know a family that make a 7-foot long burrito and then they all eat from it together on Christmas Day. Psychopaths. Anyways, enough about my uncle. Let's look at the most bizarre Christmas traditions from around the world. In Venezuela, on December the 24th, people put on their roller skates and skate to the church for the early morning mass. The roads are even closed to make a safe path for the skaters. I personally think this is a really good idea. There's one issue I have with this though. Surely everyone rocking up to the church will be very sweaty and stinky from skating to church. I mean, imagine the overweight people who don't do much exercise anyways, they're gonna be sweating buckets. In Iceland folklore, we have a creature called the Yule Cat. The legend goes that this creature roams the countryside during Christmas and has a unique appetite for kids who haven't received new clothes.
I don't know. I think that's a bit dodgy, mate.
So before Christmas Eve, children need to receive new clothes in order to protect themselves from the Yule Cat. Otherwise, the Yule Cat will see kids in old clothes and be like, "Me likey!" And then who knows what he does. The moral of this story is to encourage generosity and appreciation during the holiday season. I personally think they could have done that without inventing a bloodthirsty paedophilic cat. But hey, if it does the job, can't complain. This next one is one of my personal favourites. We have the Takanakoi tradition in Peru. Takanakoi translates to hitting each other. In this tradition, disputes are settled through hand-to-hand combat. Well, I know where I'm going next year for Christmas. The purpose is any two people with a dispute come together and engage in hand-to-hand combat. The spectators ensure it doesn't get out of control. Then after their little scuffle, they reconcile and hug, symbolizing the end of the conflict and start the new year with a clean slate. Truly beautiful. I'm personally a very big fan of this and I think this should be brought over to the UK. The next tradition we have is in Canada, called mummering. People dress up in disguises and go from house to house, knocking on doors and asking, "Are there any mummers inside?" Canada's a weird place. Once they are allowed to enter the house, they engage in various games and the hosts of the house have to try and guess the identity of the mummers. The aim of the game is to try and conceal your identity for as long as possible. Now I don't know about you guys, but this does not seem like a very wise idea to me.
What's up, baby? Did you miss me?
The last tradition, which I personally find the most fascinating, takes place in Japan. You probably already know what it is, but in Japan, on Christmas Day, they love to eat KFC. Now, I looked up the origin for this because there's no way this just spawned out of nowhere. Okay, Japanese people celebrate Christmas, but not many of them are Christian. So supposedly in the 90s, Japan ran commercials saying that America ate KFC on Christmas Day. And a lot of people believed this, and so they started doing the same. And that's how this tradition began. I don't know if they still do it now, because I'm sure they know by now that Americans do not eat KFC on Christmas. I also want to say that in most places around the world, KFC is pretty shit. Their quality, in my opinion, over the years has gone down, and typically speaking, they aren't what they used to be, especially in the UK. However, from many reliable sources, mainly Deji, aka Comedy Shorts Gamer, Japan has the best KFC in the world. I personally have not tried it, but from the many fried chicken connoisseurs, they all unanimously agree that KFC in Japan is the greatest.
Life could be a dream if I could take you up in paradise.